Most folks will tell you I was going to be a lawyer or a preacher. I was always on my feet. I didn't mind talking. Like a lot of kids from southern West Virginia, I grew up in a coal mining family. My first memories of coal and the coal industry was right before the Buffalo Creek flood, and God works in mysterious ways. Our house on Buffalo Creek burned. A lot of the people that we knew that lived in the neighborhood around us were killed in that flood. My grandfather and my great-grandfather and my father, all three, they were all coal miners. My grandfather ran the first cutting machine that Island Creek Coal Company ever bought. My 35 years in the mines had the worst case of black lung most doctors have ever seen because he ran the first pieces of machinery and they didn't have any dust controls on them. So over the years, growing up around coal miners, between black lung and then horrible injuries and even deaths, I just knew if there was a way that I could help coal miners, that's what I wanted to do. A lot of them are high school graduates. A lot of them didn't even finish high school. And where can you make the kind of money that you can make mining coal? There's no plan B for these guys. As a result of that, management knows they sort of have them backed into a corner. And so they take advantage of the economic leverage that they have over these folks. And so it becomes a little bit easier for corners to get cut. And you know, the old, buddy, if you don't like what's going on here, take your dinner bucket and go home. I'll find somebody else who will. And that doesn't sit well with me, never has. I believe that it is my job to make sure your case doesn't get tried. But the way that I do that is I get it ready for trial. Never file a case you won't try. If you think you can file a case and bluff someone, you're in trouble. Nobody gets bluffed anymore. So I don't take a case and I don't file a case that I wouldn't walk right down in that courthouse and stand up in front of a jury and say, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great day to be here because you get to decide what's going to happen with my client's future. I do a lot of voter education because really, most folks don't make that connection. They think a lawsuit or a civil claim is some abstract thing that'll never happen to them. And they don't realize that on any given day, they can be the person who needs that 7th Amendment. And they don't understand how that ballot box impacts the jury box. We have to explain to folks, here's what your loss is. And under the new law, here's what the recovery can be. And they can't believe that if they've suffered a true loss, that there's now no mechanism under the law that can remedy that harm. My wife, Erica, I outkicked my coverage, as they say. Met her when I was in law school when she was finishing undergrad at WVU. We've just celebrated 25 years of marriage, and she is the best person I've ever met in my life. I've got a daughter. I'm very proud of our daughter. She's a cancer survivor. And she's been through a lot. But she is graduating in the honors program now at the University of South Carolina. And I got to take her up to Admitted Students Day at the WVU Law School last month. And so she starts law school in the fall. I got a son who is at the United States Naval Academy. Very, very blessed. I got a great family.